What's going on? Russ Porter here. We're talking about the Denver real estate market, and we're going to see what's going on right now and seeing a trend that's happening and foreshadowing towards the spring. So stick around. I'll tell you a little bit more information than we typically go into. So this is breaking down our market over the last 6 months. So this is the seven county area, and it's breaking it down on price points. So it puts big categories, everything under 500,000. We got almost 5,000 homes, so 4,600. And they're getting on average about 98.5% of their list price. So 1.5% of their list price. They're seeing almost 4 months worth of inventory. One of the slower markets we've seen for that price point in some time. A big reason for that is a lot of everything under 500 in our seven county area is going to be condos and townhomes. Those have had a lot more difficulty selling over the last 2 years with affordability issues. But you can see here, the strongest part of our market is definitely this 500 to a million, but really it's 600 to 900,000. This is the area where the median residential standalone home is selling. And so they're getting over 99% of their ask price, and there's under 3 months of inventory. So definitely a seller's market. If you're thinking about selling your home and you're in this price range, or if you're in the middle of your neighborhood, you stand a really great chance if you can show value to sell quickly, get your list price. So it's not as if the whole market is acting the same. Different neighborhoods, the middle of the neighborhood, the median prices in those are moving. Same thing with our market overall. So you see 6 to 900,000 is what's really moving and what's getting those prices, what we're seeing a lot happen. Now, my question is what is happening in the market? Right here, I have our market watch pulled up. And this is showing you how many new listings we're getting every 7 days. Right now, we're getting around 14 to 1,500 homes on the market, which is fantastic. New options for those buyers. But again, this is over seven counties. So, The other thing that you want to see is, okay, so if we have 1,500 coming on, how many are going off the market? And there's a few ways to look at that. One of the big numbers is the pendings. How many homes that are coming on the market or that are on the market are then going under contract? You can see there we're at 1,200, almost 1,300 homes are going under the contract. So not a lot more coming on the market than what's going off the market. But then the other thing that you need to look at is this expireds number. This is homes that are not selling, but they're taking their home off of the market. Now, why would sellers do that? One, because they've been on the market through the summer. They're tired. They're maybe saying, hey, we'll give it another shot in the spring. Basically, they're thinking what our boy Mike Jones has said is, back then they didn't want me in the fall, but hopefully in the spring I'm all hot and buyers are all over me. So this is what we're seeing four or 500 plus 1,300. I mean, you can see more homes are going off the market from expireds and pendings than are coming on the market in the past 7 days. This is the trend that we're expecting to see through the end of the fall into the winter. And this is what's going to set us up. We're going to drop under 10,000 listings on the market. If interest rates continue to fall, this is going to set up for a spring that is way more aggressive of a market. And what do I mean by aggressive? I mean that buyers are going to want homes and there's not going to be enough coming to the market. Sellers take 5 times more time to get to the market than buyers do because buyers fill out an application online and they're ready to go see homes and make offers. Whereas sellers have to declutter their home. They have to get ready. They get consults, they get it staged, they get little items fixed, they put stuff in storage to declutter their home, and then they take pictures and it's still a week before they're on the market. So it takes them 5 weeks when it takes a buyer 5 hours to get to the market. And we're going to see those buyers hit the market in late February, early March, like we do every year. And it's going to set up for another cyclical moment where February, March, April, and even probably the front end of May are going to be really aggressive type of market where sellers are getting more of a seller's market where they're not having to negotiate as much on price, on condition, on inspection items. We might even see multiple offers if those interest rates get down into the mid to low fives. You just wait and see because we've been at 6.5 for so long, 6.25 interest rate. Whenever we see a percent difference, it's going to drive a lot of those buyers who have been standing on the sidelines into the game, and there's not going to be enough sellers. Those sellers will start to see the market popping off in March. They'll start getting ready, and they might hit the market by the beginning of May. Probably like we see every year, it's going to be June and July when we see the most homes come on the market. And by that time, buyers and the prices have already gone up, what, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12%, depending on how aggressive those interest rates get. But that's what we're seeing in the real estate market. Wanted to keep you updated, and I hope you enjoyed my Mike Jones reference. Who? Mike Jones. All right, this is Russ. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely catch you.